You're listening to the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network, home of the #1 sports talk show on the planet, The Doug Stewart Show.
This is a revolution in radio, the realest, trillest sports talk show in America, The Doug Stewart Show.
Broadcasting live Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to noon Eastern Time, exclusively on the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network.
This is sports talk for the people.
Follow Stewart Media and Entertainment right now on Facebook to stay connected and locked in for upcoming events like the Couples and Cocktail Series, viewing parties, and much, much more. Up next, get ready to ride raw with the Doug Stewart Show.
This is sports talk with hot sauce, Texas Pete hot sauce, the Doug Stewart Show.
Exclusively on the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network.
We're doing some huge things here on the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network, home of the Doug Stewart Show, and the biggest thing being broadcasting other shows. That's right, we're executive producing other shows and playing them on my network. You may have a fantastic show or podcast, but do you have listeners? We got listeners. Over 9,000 followers to the Doug Stewart Show on the Spreaker platform, as well as over 200,000 plus listens to the network itself. So here's what you do. Go to Fiverr.com, that's Fiverr.com, and search the Doug Stewart Show or Stewart Media and Entertainment and get all the details. Or just hit up the producer, Tree at TheDougStewartShow.com. That's spelled Trei. Tree at TheDougStewartShow.com, and come and do business with us on the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network. Yes! From sporting events, concerts, and plays, Gistix has the best tickets for them all. The owner, a veteran and military spouse, founded the company set on delivering affordable prices for all the top events. Also, they sell 100% authentic signed memorabilia and quality fan merchandise. It's a one-stop shop for fans. Gistix was founded in 2014 by 4 fun people with military and DoD backgrounds that are fans of everything entertainment. They work hard at helping fans like us discover tickets for live entertainment at a great price, providing hard-to-find authentic sports items and merchandise. And they offer Easter eggs that give fans additional opportunities to purchase unique items. Active and non-military members receive an additional discount on event tickets and fan merchandise items as a thank you for your service. Again, Gistix is founded by fans, and they listen to other fans to understand the importance of service, price, and quality across the board for entertainment, memorabilia, and merchandise. Check them out at Gistix.com, spelled Jistix.com. Again, Gistix.com. That's Gistix.com.
Doctor, this is the mayor talking.
All right.
Doctor,
Come on, what?
always do the right thing.
If you came here to hear for fake, you are in the wrong place. We are for real around here. We keeps it real. This is the Doug Stewart Show, the livest, the realest, the trillest sports talk show in America. Are you not entertained? This is Sports Talk with Hot Sauce, Texas Pete Hot Sauce, the Doug Stewart Show. Yes! Game time. Yes, sir. It's game time, baby. What's happening? Welcome to the Doug Stewart Show. This is a Throwback Thursday. And oh boy, we've got a lot of great things we're going to get into today, as we do every single day, man. Thank you so much for joining your folk. I really do appreciate it. Ooh, this time of the year is just phenomenal. It's just phenomenal. Bring that beat back one more time. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Oh, man. Great college football. Great pro football. A lot of great stuff, man. I love this time of the year. Little league football, daughters cheering, leaves turning, colors outside. I mean, you feel a little brisk in the air. It's fall, man. It is fall. Yes, sir. Oh, man. Falcons got a big one tonight. So we're going to get into all of that today on the Doug Stewart Show, man. Thank you so much for joining your boy. So today I'm in WGST's studio doing the show. So it might sound a slight bit different than it normally does. Up here doing some stuff, and so today we're doing the show from up here. And speaking of which, you can check out the Two Live Stews Saturday morning on 640 WGST, as well as iHeartRadio, where we really get it in. I mean, we really gets it in. So make sure you set your alarm clocks for that. And so today we're going to get into everything going on in the world of sports and entertainment. Kind of talk a little bit about the latest on Lamar Odom. We talked at nauseum yesterday about that story, and they're still talking about it today. I give you I guess kind of like the latest news on that. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about some of the things that are going on this coming weekend in the world of sports and entertainment. I'm not doing the show live tomorrow. I think I mentioned it yesterday. I did mention it yesterday. So tomorrow I'm not doing a live show, but it will be the best of the Doug Stewart Show, so make sure you tune in. The best of shows that we do around here are better than most people's live shows. Trust me on that. So still tune in tomorrow. And not only that, man, you still got the chat room going on hard and heavy. And so they have a good time in there. Like the chat room is kind of like a show in itself. I mean, really think about it. I mean, we have hundreds of people in there, man, thousands of posts or close to thousands, 1,500 to 2,000 posts a day. So if you're new to the Doug Stewart Show, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show on the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network, a couple of things you need to do. You need to follow the show on Spreaker.com. So hit the little follow button. All right, do that. So whenever a show goes live on the network, you'll be alerted. Okay, and you'll know that something's going down on the Doug Stewart Show and on the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network. So hit the follow button on Spreaker, and then hit the little chat bubble on Spreaker.com. Jump into the said chat room I just talked about. I call it the fantasy chat. The fantasy world of Guy and sports chat, and then get down with the Stewies in there, man. That's what I call them. That's the inhabitants, the Stewies. Shouts out to the Stewies. So a lot of stuff we're going to get into, man. A lot of stuff we're going to get into. You can call the show old school style though. Still 404-382. 0338. You can also email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. When I'm done with this show today, I'm going to jump in the other studio with my man Sully on 640 WGST. So tune in to 640 at noon today when I'm done with this show. And we're going to have some fun with him, talk a little bit of sports, and catch up with my man Sully on 640 WGST. Shouts out to the Toronto Blue Jays as they advance to the ALCS. And we don't talk a lot of baseball around here, but once again, I do keep up with it, especially in the postseason. Let's just be real. I really don't pay attention to a lot of baseball because personally, I think the season is way too damn long. It kind of intersects with a couple of other seasons. Like the second half of baseball is when football is really cranking up. So when there's two different games on, one in baseball and one in football, I'm watching the football game. I'm just sorry. That's going to happen. And then you got the tail end of basketball, kind of at the beginning of the season. So we don't talk a lot of baseball around here, man, but I do keep up with it a little bit. And last night, man, Joey Bats. Joey Bats, they call him Joey Batflip right now, a 3-run home run in the 7th inning to propel the Toronto Blue Jays and beating the Texas Rangers. And if you talk about bat flips, and so for people that don't pay attention to baseball at all, baseball is just the whole culture of baseball and the can and the can't do's, things that you can and can't do in the sport, and all of these unwritten laws and how they do things is just really, really, really stupid. And it's all about, they use this term respecting, and that's another reason why I don't really jump into a lot of baseball, because it's so stupid, all of the unwritten rules. So there's this unwritten rule about the way that you toss your bat after a home run, okay? You have to, I don't know how you're supposed to do it. You're supposed to toss it and just lay it down and then run through the bases. And if you do anything outside of that, at some point, they're going to hit your ass with a baseball. Right, you heard me correctly. At some point, they're going to hit you or one of your teammates, maybe in the next inning or the next game or the next series or whatever. They're going to hit you with a freaking baseball going 95 miles per hour. So last night, Bautista hits a 3-run home run, and you talk about bat flips. Like this is the epitome of it wasn't a bat flip. It was a bat throw. Okay? Dude hit this home run, stood and watched it. That's another thing. You can't stand and watch the damn ball go out. And you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. You know how we used to do when we were kids and we were playing baseball, and you hit a good shot, you hit a home run, and you just stood there kind of a little bit and looked at it a little bit and admired it. A little bit of swagger. No, don't do that in baseball. So Bautista hits this home run last night. He stands there and watches it for 5 seconds, and he doesn't flip his bat. He doesn't flip it. He literally takes his bat and throws it in the 5th row last night. Now, I personally thought it was awesome. Yes. I thought it was, just incredible. But sadly, he's probably going to get hit in his ear the next time he plays that team, the Rangers. And that's all everybody in America in the sports world is talking about today is Bautista and flipping his bat, and he shouldn't have done this, that, and the other, man. They need to do more of that type of stuff. They need to do more of that type of stuff because, it's boring. As I just said, it's very boring. A lot of times it's very boring. The game is slow, and they need to do more of that. They always got mad at Sammy Sosa, how he did his little trot, and Barry Bonds used to do his little pirouette. He used to turn around, and that used to piss baseball purists off. Your sport is boring, Jack. There's no other way to say it. They need to do some some end zone dances out there, man. They need to pump in more rap music or whatever, man. Do something and elevate your game to 2015 because your game is lacking. But that's the big conversation, man. So shouts out to the Toronto Blue Jays, man. So it's them and the Royals and the ALCS. Royals on fire. They got the series starts out in Kansas City. I think the first game is this Saturday. So, man, ball award to both of those organizations. Kansas City used to be a great ball club back in the day when I was growing up. They used to be always in the mix. George, Brett, obviously. But they have really sucked over the last couple of years, last like 20-something years. Last year they got it together, went to the World Series. They're back in the ALCS this year, man. So I guess for these two teams, I'm not rooting for a team from Canada. So I guess I'm kind of rooting for Kansas City. So we'll definitely talk about that periodically at some points throughout this show here over the next couple of weeks as they head towards the World Series. All right, the number to the show is 404-382-0338. You can also email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. So what we do around here is we read chat. We do top fives, Dougie Dailies. Oh, yeah, and every once in a while, man, I even bless the listeners with some singing. Yes, sir. You heard me correct. Yeah, I'll even sing for your ass. I've been blessed in a lot of different areas, man, and one of them is the gift of song and providing people with the gift of song and putting a smile on their face. So maybe today I'll even do a little bit of that. Yeah. All right, so don't go away. When we get back, man, tonight, big night for the Falcons. They travel down to New Orleans. That's the way you pronounce it, New Orleans. You don't say New Orleans. If you say that, you're instantly a tourist. They know you're a tourist down there. They're going to rob your ass. New Orleans. They down there in New Orleans tonight taking on the Saints. We'll talk about it a little bit, man. Falcons trying to go to 6-0. Don't go away. Keep it locked. This is The Doug Stewart Show. Good and bad. And being prepared is always important. If you're like me, a husband, a father, and protector of that family tree, then your family is the most important thing in the world. 95 million U.S. adults don't have protection in place. So, What I've done is put my protection in the hands of the largest and number one independent financial services company in North America, and that's Primerica. They look out for middle America because they believe that offering the most competitive premiums only benefits the client and have been doing so since 1977. If you're a parent, husband, or wife and want to discuss options with one of Primerica's top reps, then call my guy, Greg Wynn, at 678-439-7172. Again, that's 678-439-7172, and he'll put your family first. And hey, tell him that Doug Stewart sent you. Yes! We're doing some huge things here on the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network, home of the Doug Stewart Show, and the biggest thing being broadcasting other shows. That's right, we're executive producing other shows and playing them on my network. You may have a fantastic show or podcast, but do you have listeners? We got listeners. Over 9,000 followers to the Doug Stewart Show on the Spreaker platform, as well as over 200,000 plus listens to the network itself. So here's what you do. Go to Fiverr.com, that's Fiverr.com, and search the Doug Stewart Show or Stewart Media and Entertainment and get all the details. Or just hit up the producer, Tree at TreeAtTheDougStewartShow.com. That's spelled Trei. Tree at TheDougStewartShow.com, and come and do business with us on the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network. Yes!
National Debt Relief is one of the country's largest and most reputable debt settlement companies, made up of energetic individuals who are passionate about helping thousands of Americans with debt relief. Most importantly, we're all about helping our customers through a tough financial time in their lives with education and individual customer service. We're dedicated to helping individuals and families rid their lives of burdensome debt. Specializing in debt settlement, and they've also negotiated settlements for thousands of creditor and collection accounts. Providing clients with both expertise and proven results, this means helping customers in time of hardship to get out of debt with the least possible cost. It can also mean conducting financial consultations, educating the customer, and recommending the appropriate solution. Core Services offer debt settlement as an alternative. I repeat, alternative to bankruptcy. Credit counseling and debt consolidation. National Debt Relief is your number one advocate group to help you reestablish financial stability as quickly as possible. So give us a call at 844-828-4975. Again, that's 844-828-4975, and work it out.
They say this is a big rich town. I just come from the poet's part. Bright light, city life, I gotta make it. This is where it goes down.
Welcome back to the Doug Stewart Show.
I just happen to come.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I never took this straight path nowhere.
And it is a Throwback Thursday. Thank you so much for joining your boy. Coming to you live from the studios of 640 WGST right here in ATL. Don't forget to check out the 2 Live Stews on Saturday right here on 640 WGST, 11 a.m., as well as iHeartRadio. Yeah, a lot of stuff going on, man. A couple of interesting games. A little bit later in today's show, man, I'm going to give you the Funky Four, the 4 biggest games coming up this weekend. So says Doug Stewart. I mean, so says me. We'll talk about 2 college and 2 pros. One game that I'm looking forward to, man, is this one tonight down in New Orleans. Falcons and Saints. 2 teams going 2 totally different directions, to say the least. So definitely hold on. We'll talk about that. Hey, man, would you like to promote on the Doug Stewart Show? You can do it. You can very easily do it. Go to Fiverr.com and check out all the gigs that we have on Fiverr. That's Fiverr.com, and just search the Doug Stewart Show. We got this new thing now, man. I'll give you more details about it as we go. But everybody been wanting me to have a 3rd hour. I want to have a 3rd hour. Hell, I'll have a 4th hour if I could. We got a way to get that 3rd hour. We got a way to get that 3rd hour, man. So be prepared to get all the details about that, man. Check out the gigs on Fiverr.com. We're doing big things in 2016. That's Fiverr.com, the Doug Stewart Show. All right. So, yeah, Falcons right now 5-0. Second time they've done that in the last couple of years. Travel tonight
to the Mercedes-Benz Superdome, I believe they call it, taking on the New Orleans Saints. Saints going in the total opposite direction right now. They're 1-4 in the year, 4th in the NFC South. But it's a rivalry game. I mean, you know what happens when the Falcons and Saints come together, man. It's just a lot of shenanigans. You're talking about two teams that came into the league at the same time. What was it, 1967? Have had a lot of classic battles. You remember the first game that the Saints played after going back to their stadium after Hurricane Katrina. The Falcons ran into a buzzsaw that night. But this is a different day and time, man. These Falcons they're looking real good. And I got to say it. I always say it. I have been saying it for the first couple of weeks, man. I am totally flabbergasted with the job that Dan Quinn has done in turning around the culture of this team. And, I mean, the last couple of games, man, in particular this last game, like Alfred gets that interception and runs it back for a pick six, scores a touchdown in overtime to beat the Washington Redskins. Something totally opposite of that would have happened over the last couple of years, but not now, man. The defense is obviously playing with a little bit of attitude because Dan Quinn comes in and does his defensive coordinator magic amongst them. I don't think we got the greatest talent in the world on defense. I'll continue to say that, but they've been playing outside of themselves. I mean, there's just no other way to say it. And on the flip side, man, the Saints have just been playing absolutely horrible, giving away a couple of games this year in the fourth quarter. Drew Brees seems like the arm strength is lacking. There's something wrong with that shoulder. And two teams going two totally different directions. I know a lot of people that are already down there in the NO and doing it real big on Bourbon Street. Can you imagine? You imagine by the time the game kicks off tonight, how sloppy, slizzard, drunk cats are going to be from Atlanta down there talking about who that, we that, the Falcons. So it's going to be a real good look, man. Thursday night football tonight, the Atlanta Falcons taking on the New Orleans Saints. What are your thoughts about this game? Matt Ryan, last week, something kind of alarming, is Matt did not have a good game last week against the Redskins. Actually, let me make sure I'm going to think about this. Yeah. Actually, last week, he sucked. And I'm holding two thumbs down to the ground. He absolutely sucked last week, man. Couldn't hit the backside of a barn, as I said earlier. So I don't expect that to happen again. The status of Julio Jones, he's going to play from what I understand, but they're going to kind of put him on kind of like a pitch count, the term they use in baseball. And they had to do it, and that's one of the things that kind of concerned me early in the year was the production. It was almost like, and still to a degree, even last week, I think they threw to Roddy like 4 times last week. He had 4 targets. But even last week, man, it seems like their first option, no matter what the scenario is get the ball to Julio Jones. And I'm okay with that. I am. To a degree, though, Julio's had a lot of issues with injuries over the last couple of years. You're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. Foot, leg injuries, and, I mean, asking this man to go out there and be everything you got on offense, just not a good look. The Hankerson kid's been playing pretty good. You got to try to spread the ball out to him. Obviously familiar with Shanahan being in Washington, so his production has really spiked up this year, being with this team and with this offense. But you got to figure out a way to spread the ball around to Julio, to Tammy, some of the other receivers in that team. Tammy had a great game last week as well. Devontae Freeman doing his thing as well. Spread the ball around. I definitely agree with trying to limit Julio and what he does out there. You got to get him the ball, but at the same time, this is a long season, 16 weeks. Clearly, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show, clearly the Falcons are going to be in the playoffs. I mean, there's no other way to look at it right now, but the Falcons are going to be in the playoffs. Outside of something like tragic happening, kind of like what happened with Dallas, unless Julio and Matt gets hurt, and Devontae, like all 3 of them dudes need to get hurt to stop this offense. I even hate to speak that into existence, but something crazy tragic has got to happen for the Falcons not to make the playoffs right now at 5-0. Okay? And you get double-digit wins, usually that's a sign you're going to make the playoffs. Falcons got 2 games against the Saints, 2 games against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They take on the Tennessee Titans as well. So things are looking up for the Falcons. I mean, real up. Real up. Yes, sir. So what are your thoughts on that, man? I'll read a lot of your chat today as well here on the Doug Stewart Show and get your thoughts on the Falcons. Also, we can start talking the football talk. Today is my day to kind of get the football conversation out there because, once again, we aren't doing a live show tomorrow. So any conversation you got about any particular games that are coming up this weekend, a big one, kind of like a quick preview here, a big one, Michigan and Michigan State. Have you seen what freaking Jim Harbaugh is doing? I mean, what? Unbelievable. So that's a huge game. A lot of talk this year about Michigan State and this being their year. Michigan State under Mark D'Antonio has really been pretty good over the last couple of years. But this was the year. A lot of hype, a lot of hoopla at the start of the season about Michigan State, and this was their year, and they're going to make it to the Final Four playoff thingy. They looked okay over the last couple of weeks, but Michigan has just been destroying teams. They've given up one touchdown like in the last 12 quarters, something real crazy like that. So we'll talk a little bit about that game. That's clearly going to be one of my Funky Four games of the weekend coming up later today on the Doug Stewart Show. 404-382-0338. You can also email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. When we get back from the break, we're going to talk about some birthdays, and I'm going to get into your chat. That's what I'm going to do. We're going to get into your chat starting up early. So much great chat over the last couple of days, man. Unbelievable chat. Unbelievable chat over the last couple of days. We had a bunch of great, titillating stories. Speaking of which, kind of get you caught up on that Lamar Odom story. You seen the title to the show. Keep an eye on them Kardashian, Shawty. They involved heavily right now. Camera crews out there at the hospital. And don't trust it. I think the great P.E. said it one time. Can't trust it. Can't trust them damn Kardashians, man. We'll talk about that up next. Here on the Doug Stewart Show on the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network. Don't go away. Get your hands off that dial.
We're back. The Two Live Stews are back on air every Saturday morning at 11 a.m. on WGST. It's sports talk with hot sauce. Special thanks to our sponsor, Bruce Hagen, at Hagen-Law.com for making it happen.
640 WGST in Atlanta. Search 640 WGST on iHeartRadio worldwide.
Yes! In life, things happen, good and bad. And being prepared is always important. If you're like me, a husband, a father, and protector of that family tree, then your family is the most important thing in the world. 95 million U.S. adults don't have protection in place. So, what I've done is put my protection in the hands of the largest and #1 independent financial services company in North America, and that's Primerica. They look out for middle America because they believe that offering the most competitive premiums only benefits the client and have been doing so since 1977. If you're a parent, husband, or wife and want to discuss options with one of Primerica's top reps, then call my guy, Greg Wynn, at 678-439-7172. Again, that's 678-439-7172, and he'll put your family first. And hey, tell him that Doug Stewart sent you. Yes! Do you have your own radio show? Are you an artist or a DJ? BB Mobile Apps is the solution for you. They specialize in creating mobile apps for entertainers. That's right. You can have your own mobile app where your followers can hear your shows or music, watch your videos, and view all your social networks in one place. You can even make money with banner ads and send push notifications directly to your audience to make sure they get your messages. Everyone has their phones on them, right? A mobile app will add credibility to your brand because your content will be accessible to them while they're on the go. BB Mobile Apps also makes apps for bloggers, actors, and producers. The process only takes about 20 minutes. Just go to bbmobileapps.com and click Get Started Now. That's bbmobileapps.com and tell them the Doug Stewart Show sent you.
National Debt Relief is one of the country's largest and most reputable debt settlement companies. made up of energetic individuals who are passionate about helping thousands of Americans with debt relief. Most importantly, we're all about helping our customers through a tough financial time in their lives with education and individual customer service. We're dedicated to helping individuals and families rid their lives of burdensome debt, specializing in debt settlement, and they've also negotiated settlements for thousands of creditor and collection accounts. Providing clients with both expertise and proven results, this means helping customers in time of hardship to get out of debt with the least possible cost. It can also mean conducting financial consultations, educating the customer, and recommending the appropriate solution. Core Services offer debt settlement as an alternative. I repeat, alternative to bankruptcy, credit counseling, and debt consolidation. National Debt Relief is your #1 advocate group to help you reestablish financial stability as quickly as possible. So give us a call at 844-828-4975. Again, that's 844-828-4975 and work it out.
Stewies, what's up? Tree here to talk about your home security and the security experts at Strickland Security. Everything the team at Strickland Security does is focused around increasing the security of your home, protecting your family, and your business. Most home security companies, especially the larger ones, want to sell you a cookie-cutter alarm system that maximizes their profits but not your security. The team at Strickland Security will install a customized alarm system that meets your budget and your security needs. This Atlanta-based company is here to solve all of your security problems. Whether you need your alarm system repaired, surveillance cameras installed, or your door locks replaced, Strickland Security is the solution. Don't wait. Call the experts at Strickland Security today. For more information, go to their website at stricklandsecurity.com or give them a call now at 800-422-9075. That's 800-422-9075 and tell them Tree sent you.
Welcome back to the Doug Stewart Show. From what I understand, we're having some issues with the audio. It'll be okay. It'll be okay. We're working on it. We're working on it. Hold up. Ride with your boy. It's gonna be okay. Hey, thank you so much for joining me today on a Throwback Thursday. Falcons take on the Saints tonight. Talking about that a little bit. Also, in a second here, I'm gonna give you some new thoughts about there's not really any new developments, but kind of, sort of. We'll talk about that as well. Hey, have you gotten your Doug Stewart Show t-shirt? If you haven't, man, you should. Shame on you. That's right. Go to thedougstewartshow.com and click on the donate button and donate $20 or more. We'll send you a nice, crisp, clean, fresh, white, new tee representing the Doug Stewart Show. And so it's fun. It's got a little staple to the show on the front of it. It's got the web address to the show on the back, and it's a definite conversation starter. Just trust me on that. Just trust me on that. Yes, sir. So go to thedougstewartshow.com and get your Doug Stewart Show t-shirt. All right, let me do some birthdays here real quick. This is what we do around here, too, on the Doug Stewart Show. Today, celebrating their 34th birthday. My. You know, I'm married, happily married, 20 years. And I always talk about these little girl crushes I got, man. Celebrating her 34th birthday today is the great, the beautiful, the talented Keisha Cole. Yes, sir. That girl knows she fine. That Keisha Cole knows she fine, man. It's something about her personality. She got that hood personality. It's something about her, man. I just really like that Keisha Cole. If you've listened to the 2 Live Stews in the past, you know I'm very fond of the great Keisha Cole. I'm fond of her, and now I'm fond of that little Keke Palmer, too, which is kind of creepy. I'm sorry about that. But, yeah, so Keisha Cole is 34 years old. Happy birthday to her. The great Tito Jackson is 62 years old today. Who's the least heralded Jackson out of the Jackson 5, the original Jackson 5? Is it Tito? Like, who get less love than Tito? Marlon, maybe? Yeah, maybe Marlon. Maybe Marlon. Maybe Marlon get the less love out of any of the damn Jacksons, but Tito is very, very close to winning that category. He turned 62 years old today. I think the kids, the Jackson kids that are doing the new reality show, I think they're Tito's kids. I don't watch it. I've just seen the commercial, and I think I saw Tito in one of the commercials mention something to him, you're my kids, this, that, and the other. But Tito is 62 years old today. Happy birthday to him. Genuine, and it's funny, Genuine's birthday is today. He's 45 years old. It's funny it's his birthday because just the other night, I was in the studio with my singing coach, and we were singing a couple of Genuine classics. Like we were singing Pony and all of that stuff, man. And I thought about possibly bringing you one of his classics once again to the show. And maybe I'll do that now. Maybe that's a sign that I need to bring, one of his songs once again to the Stewies. Shut up! Brought the studio audience with me. Shut up! Maybe I'll do some Genuine on the show. Y'all tell me if y'all want to hear me sing some Genuine on the show. Happy birthday to him. He's 45 years old. And one more birthday. Aaron Aflalo. I think the way, Aflalo. Aaron Aflalo, basketball player. He turns 30 years old today. Happy birthday to him. Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right, so 404-382-0338 is the number to the show. This is the Doug Stewart Show. So yesterday, man, I basically went on this rant saying that I don't buy these stories about Lamar Odom and this, that, and the other. Everything sounded like to me that this guy was just having a good time, a too good of a time in Las Vegas. And I'm still sticking to that today. And once again, I said it several times yesterday, I hope I'm right on this. But everything that's being reported right now is just sensationalizing and he's on death's door and he's on his deathbed and he's in a coma and the Kardashians are there. And that's the biggest part about this whole story that really, really bothers me is the Kardashian clan done showed up. Everybody dressed in black. Why you dressed in black? Did y'all catch that? When the Mama Kardashian and Kim showed up, they all dressed in black already. Like the ninja already died. The man ain't dead. Why the hell y'all wearing black? Why everybody wearing black? They was in a black SUV. The chauffeur was in black. Why the hell you dressing in black? That wasn't a good thing. And then they got all of the camera crew there and everything now. And they're filming this and, the Kardashians and the reality shows and everything. So I'm pretty sure at some point Lamar probably signed some type of waiver. Even if he's on his deathbed, they can film his ass. And then we find out yesterday as well, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show, it kind of came out yesterday, kind of slick-like, that they're actually still married. What? Khloe and Lamar are still married. They signed the papers, but the judge didn't sign off on them or whatever. And so technically, they're still married. And technically, she as his wife still has the right or to make decisions for him medically if he's not competent. And basically what that's going a long way to saying is if this ninja is in a coma and if he is having or accrued some brain damage, she can pull the plug on his ass. What? Oh, hell no. So I really, in my mind, and maybe I'm skewed, and maybe I'm biased, and I always got ninja conspiracy theories, and I'm not the only one that said this and espoused this. I'm thinking in my mind, they thinking about ratings. Like, can you imagine them with the camera crew there and they filming all of this and in an emotional state? She's crying and the whole family's, huddle around Lamar and Khloe just says prophetically, go ahead and pull the plug. That's a ratings bonanza. That's a ratings bonanza. And that's what I think about them people, man, is it's all about the hustle. I would feel some type of way if I was Lamar Odom's dad, if I was his kids. I would be like, no, y'all can't come in here no, we don't want nothing to do with y'all. See, this is how family fights start. And you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. This is how families go to war and then they hate each other and they don't speak for 15, 20 years. Now, these are two separate families, but if I'm Lamar Odom's family, I ain't trying to hear it. No, I don't care what. The police got to drag me out of it or whatever. We're watching. We're going to monitor over our loved one, over our family member, over our son, over our father. Y'all ain't got nothing to do with how this thing turns out. Because them people are the devil. The hell? The hell? I would be suspicious as hell. I'm already thinking that some type of conspiracy has already started. Going back to Vegas. We don't know. We don't know how malicious and how treacherous them people are. I mean, we know they are, but to the depth of their treachery, we don't know yet. And I would be very, very skeptical of having them hanging around the damn hospital. I would be. Why are you hanging around here? That would be. So, man, y'all pray for Lamar Odom. I heard yesterday, I'm sure you heard it as well, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. So I heard the audio of, like, the 911 call to the hospital. It was released. How was that stuff released so quick? I don't know. That's another story. But in this audio, the guy that's making the call and talking to the operator asked him, is he unconscious? And clearly, you heard the person calling from the whole house saying he kind of stuttered. Then he says, no, he's passed out. Okay? But the media uses he's unconscious. He's unresponsive. And the guy there that's witnessing this whole thing is like, no, he's passed out. Passed out denotes he's drunk. Like I said yesterday. Yeah. He's been binging. He's been in Vegas. And he's at a whorehouse. And he's even taking herbal Viagra. You know? Man, y'all pray for Lamar Odom, man. I hope I'm right. Once again, I hope I'm right about this. I hope this ninja don't make a turn for the worse. You know? And I don't believe that. I don't believe that to be the case. There's a lot of sensationalism going on with this. I'm telling you, pay attention to exactly what they're saying and the words they're using in these reports. Once again, listen to that audio. The guy says, yeah, he's passed out. You know, passed out and unresponsive are two different things to me. Unresponsive mean that you climbing Jacob's ladder damn near. Passed out, throwing up, it means your ass is drunk too much. So I don't believe it. Once again, to quote the great Chuck D and Flavor Flav, can't trust it. Can't trust it, man. Pray for L.O. That's the new slogan today. Pray for L.O. Yesterday it was free the kitty. Today is pray for L.O. Pray for L.O. Pray for L.O. All right. When we get back from the break, I'm going to read some of your chat. Get some of your thoughts on all of this stuff we talked about for the first couple segments of the show. That man going to be fine. I know that man gonna be fine. Don't go away. Keep it locked. This is the Doug Stewart Show.
Fantasy sports fans are winning huge cash prizes every day at DraftKings.com. America's favorite place to play daily fantasy sports. Daily fantasy means no season-long commitments. Play whenever you want. Just pick your sport and draft your team. It's like a new season every time you play. So you're never stuck with the same players. Last year, $300 million were won at DraftKings.com, and you could be next to win big. Go to DraftKings.com now and enter promo code STU to play for free. That's STU for free entry now at DraftKings.com. Also, if you use promo code STU, DraftKings will match your initial deposit up to $600. Deposit $600, play with $1,200. DraftKings.com, promo code STU.
The best of the Doug Stewart Show.
Let me read more of this chat before I get out of here. Oh, my gosh. Okay, my man K3000. Yeah. If you're new to the show, K3000, he's kind of long-winded. We love him, though. So I guess this is why Tree's playing this music in the background. He says, Dougie, I feel you. People love making fun of people when they get caught doing something semi-wrong. Like receiving extra, like, free shrimp. But they don't realize that a lot of these guys are effing starving and that they're effing restricted from ever even signing their name for gain. You give me a damn scholarship and I'm supposed to sign over all my damn rights, all my money-making potential. And if I don't comply, then you blackball me so that I can't make it to the next level to actually receive a check. GTFOH, he did a bunch of GTFOHs. CSI, this is the ish I'm pissed off about too. That's like dude from Ohio State that actually went to court to get the rule changed and then got blackballed and lost at life. GTFOH, a lot of them. I'm totally with you, Dougie. I'm totally with you. Thank you, K3000. I'm with me too. From sporting events, concerts, and plays, Gistix has the best tickets for them all. The owner, a veteran and military spouse, founded the company set on delivering affordable prices for all the top events. Also, they sell 100% authentic signed memorabilia and quality fan merchandise. It's a one-stop shop for fans. Gistix was founded in 2014 by 4 fun people with military and DoD backgrounds that are fans of everything entertainment. They work hard at helping fans like us discover tickets for live entertainment at a great price, providing hard-to-find authentic sports items and merchandise. And they offer Easter eggs that give fans additional opportunities to purchase unique items. Active and non-military members receive an additional discount on event tickets and fan merchandise items as a thank you for your service. Again, Gistix is founded by fans, and they listen to other fans to understand the importance of service, price, and quality across the board for entertainment, memorabilia, and merchandise. Check them out at Gistix.com, spelled Gistix.com. Again, Gistix.com. That's Gistix.com.
When it comes to your health and assets, you're used to being in charge. The decisions you make for yourself and your family are important because you know what's best for you and them. But do you have an estate plan in place in case you are not able to speak for yourself? Without an estate plan, decisions regarding your health, finances, even your family can end up being made by someone who doesn't know or understand your wishes. With a MyCare plan, you will be in control of all of those important decisions, even if you can't speak for yourself. The MyCare plan is a comprehensive estate planning package. It's customized to fit your needs and your wishes. It covers each of the essential parts that make up a full and complete estate plan. MyCare plan was developed by attorneys, so there are no add-ons or special charges. Included in your personalized MyCare plan is your last will, which states how you want your assets to be distributed upon your passing. A living trust, which allows you to appoint a trustee to oversee the distribution of your assets and allow your family to avoid the high cost of probate court. A healthcare power of attorney. With this document, you appoint the person who will make medical decisions for you if you become unable to do so. And a financial power of attorney. This allows you to name the person who will make financial decisions on your behalf when you cannot. Many people put off estate planning. They think they're too young or it's too expensive. MyCare plan is affordable and simple. There's a friendly customer service staff available to answer all of your questions, and you can complete your MyCare plan at your own pace in the privacy of your own home. So call MyCare Plan now. 912-409-0447. 912-409-0447. The MyCare Plan. 912-409-0447.
Welcome back to the Doug Stewart Show. Throwback Thursday. Falcons, Saints tonight. I'm going to read some of your chat here in a second. The number to the show is 404-382-0338. You can also email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. Would you like to advertise on the Doug Stewart Show? You can, man. We're doing a bunch of big things on Fiverr.com. A little bit later in today's show, I'm going to tell you exactly. I kind of mentioned it a little bit earlier, but I'm going to tell you exactly how you can get that third hour, Stewies. I'm going to tell you exactly. It's a win-win for everybody. It's a win-win for everybody. So stay tuned, man. I'll tell you about that a little bit later today. 404-382-0338. You can also email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. I want to get some of your thoughts about, what I've talked about already today. What have I talked about? I talked about the Saints and the Falcons, obviously, tonight. We talked about that. We're in ATL. ATL is where I dwell. Also talked about that whole Khloe Kardashian family, Lamar Odom saga that's going on right now. I don't trust it, man. I don't trust them people as far as I can throw them. and that's not far. Okay. So what are your thoughts on that? What else? What else did we talk about? Oh, a little bit earlier we talked a little bit about, the Toronto Blue Jays and Joey Batista and just tossing his damn bat last night caused a lot of outrage. And before that even happened, the Rangers occurred 3 errors in a row. First time that's ever been done in the history of postseason baseball, from what I read. So crazy stuff last night in that game. All right, 404-382-0338. Let me read some of your chat here from Steve Biko. He says, thanks, Miss Bella. That's a beautiful name. Good morning, Matt. So wait a minute. What's going on here? Y'all finding a love connection or something in this piece? From a man, K3000. What up, K3000? He says, Vince, how goes it in Minnesota today? Can you give us an address, Governor? What say you? My man, Vince Wright, is known as the sports governor of Virginia. Well, not Virginia. That's the wrong button you hit there, guy. He's the sports governor of Minnesota. Listen to the show. Shouts out to you, Vince. Great dude. Great wife. Met them a couple of weeks ago for the 1-year anniversary of the Doug Stewart Show. Came down, man. We had a great time. From Clay Davis's Sheed advisor. Jose, what about being found dead on the toilet, a.k.a. Elvis? Yeah, that was tragic. Hopefully that doesn't go down with L.O. From Thorny Switch, I shouldn't have laughed, but I did at Jose. What else? I guess they're talking about people dying tragically, and I hope that's not the case. My man Vince Wright says, Empire crazy, digging up bodies now. Oh, my gosh. Let's stop right there for a second. And you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. Tree isn't present today. I know she would love to have this conversation about Empire last night. So what was last night? Episode number 4. Good episode. I thought it was a good episode. And it is very, what's the word I'm looking for? It's very, very commercial. All of the singing is damn near a musical. Somebody said it's kind of like a mix between a soap opera and Glee for black people. And I get that. A lot of singing last night, man. Little Hakeem kid is going crazy, lost his damn mind, almost wanted to kill his brother, the gay one. And so it was an interesting story last night, man. Your boy Lucius off the chain, as usual. The oldest son, Andre, is crazy as bat doodoo. Just like Lucia's mama. And so it was interesting last night, man. I thought it was a good episode. Ball award to Empire. What are y'all thoughts on that? Maybe Tree is done with it now. If you remember from last week, Tree has said she's almost to the point of not watching it anymore because she thinks it's so hokey. It's so bootleg. I'm okay with it. I'm still okay. I'm still riding with it. From Ms. Mocha Bell, I see y'all Minnesota Lynx won the WNBA championship last night. Oh, shouts out to you. That's right. I saw that. I didn't watch the game. But, yeah. So, Vince, answer this question. I mean, are y'all celebrating like the last time when the Twins were in the World Series? Or is it kind of like when a tree falls in the forest type thing? You know? Are y'all even giving it any love up there in the great state of Minnesota? From Uncle Mike Doug, we're all assuming, but I'm not taking the word of a pimp who's protecting his establishment. You can just get Life Light to send a helicopter to a whole house. Yeah, that's another thing about that. That whole thing about the helicopter, the life flight thing or whatever it's called, tried to come pick up Lamar Odom, and he was too tall to fit inside the helicopter? What? So wait a minute. You mean to tell me our health system and our hospitals are biased and prejudiced against tall people? You mean to tell me there's some type of design flaw in a damn helicopter? So if you if you over 6'8", chances are your ass gonna die? I heard that whole thing. I was like, are you kidding me? Yeah, they said that the dude was too tall to fit inside the helicopter. That's bad. That's a design flaw. You know, Ryan went to Georgia Tech, and there's a bunch of engineers around there, and a term that a lot of the people that weren't football players and weren't management majors used. The actual, if you didn't know, 95% of the football players at Georgia Tech, they're management majors. They're business majors. They aren't engineering majors. I mean, they ain't come there for no damn engineering. But this term they use is design flaw. And that's a design flaw of epic proportions. So they had to drive Ninja to the hospital, which was like 60 miles or a 60-minute drive. I can't remember which one it was. Those are life-saving moments that we're losing because he's too tall to fit inside the helicopter? Oh, hell no. Buster Award to the hospital for letting that happen. Buster Award for the hospital for allowing something like that to happen and allowing a design flaw like that just occur and not be handled and not be fixed. I mean, what? 6'10" people got feelings too? From, let's see who we got here. See, from Keisha Hamilton. What up, Keisha Hamilton? I mean, no, there we go. You can tell I'm hitting the buttons today. What up, Keisha Hamilton? I see you. You got your little Keisha Cole look going on, too. A little red hair. All right, go ahead, girl. Keisha Hamilton says, I actually do want to hear you sing, Doug. Laugh out loud. What's the LOL about, huh? Thank you. I mean, people from far and wide want to hear me sing. What's the LOL about? What's that whole thing about? Thank you, Keisha Hamilton. I'm going to call you Keisha. I'm going to call you the Keisha Cole in the chat room. You got the Keisha Cole thing going on, girl. All right, I see you, Keisha Hamilton. From, who we got? Uncle Mike here, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. He says, Doug. I already read that one. From, who we got here? I'm going the wrong way here, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. From J. Rob. Sir, passed out, unconscious. How are you going to know one way or the other? If you're out, you're out. Stuff coming out of your nose, you're in dire straits. Stuff coming out of his nose. What kind of stuff was coming out of his nose? Can somebody identify the stuff that was coming out of his nose? Was it maybe snot? Maybe the man had a runny nose. Hell, he been doing herbal Viagra and drinking a lot of liquor over the last couple of days. Yeah, I'm assuming some stuff would be coming out of your nose and your mouth. Snot out of your nose. You know, your nose is running. And slobber out of your mouth. You know, drunks, people that are drunk and have a hangover, they slobber. I know I do. And I'm not trying to make light of this, man. I just want y'all to look beyond the obvious, all right? And keep your mind open that this could be a whole big old charade. A lot of key indicators in this story make me believe that's a charade and that this is all for cameras. That's all I'm saying. And I hope I'm right. Y'all better hope I'm right. Ugh. From Encyclopedia Brown, Doug, it's Thursday. What type of hangover have you had support for life support for 2 days? But some things I read say he's on life support, and some things I read say he's in the hospital. What? I mean, what? What does that mean? What? Do they have like one of those ventilators hooked up to him to help him breathe? I haven't read that anywhere. What? Come on, man. That's all I'm saying. Just free your mind and your ass will follow. To quote the great funk group from the early 70s. Just hold on, man. I think brother's going to be all right. I think he's going to be all right. I think them Kardashians playing it to the hilt. They milking it. Cameras out there and whatnot. Yeah, I read that. There's stuff coming from his nose and from his mouth. In the country, they'd say he's slobbering and his nose was running. Pray for LO. All right, when we get back from the break, more of your chat, man. Wait a minute. Damn it! It's already hour number 2. Oh, the fastest 2 hours of sports. But I'm going to tell you in a little bit how you can get a third hour, Shawty. Stay tuned for that. Don't go away. This is the Doug Stewart Show.
Cash prizes every day at DraftKings.com. America's favorite place to play daily fantasy sports. Daily fantasy means no season-long commitments. Play whenever you want. Just pick your sport and draft your team. It's like a new season every time you play, so you're never stuck with the same players. Last year, $300 million were won at DraftKings.com, and you could be next to win big. Go to DraftKings.com now and enter promo code STU to play for free. That's Stu for free entry now at DraftKings.com. Also, if you use promo code STU, DraftKings will match your initial deposit up to $600. Deposit $600, play with $1,200. DraftKings.com, promo code STU.
The best of the Doug Stewart Show.
Let me read more of this chat before I get out of here. Oh, my gosh. Okay, my man K3000. Yeah. If you're new to the show, K3000, he's kind of long-winded. We love him, though. So I guess this is why Tree's playing this music in the background. He says, Dougie, I feel you. People love making fun of people when they get caught doing something semi-wrong, like receiving extra, like, free shrimp. But they don't realize that a lot of these guys are effing starving and that they're effing restricted from even signing their name for gain. You give me a damn scholarship and I'm supposed to sign over all my damn rights, all my money-making potential, and if I don't comply, then you blackball me so that I can't make it to the next level to actually receive a check. GTFOH, he did a bunch of GTFOHs. CSI, this is the ish. I'm pissed off about too. That's like dude from Ohio State that actually went to court to get the rule changed and then got blackballed and lost at life. GTFOH, a lot of them. I'm totally with you, Dougie. I'm totally with you. Thank you, K3000. I'm with me, too. From sporting events, concerts, and plays, Gistix has the best tickets for them all. The owner, a veteran and military spouse, founded the company set on delivering affordable prices for all the top events. Also, they sell 100% authentic signed memorabilia and quality fan merchandise. It's a one-stop shop for fans. Gistix was founded in 2014 by 4 fun people with military and DoD backgrounds that are fans of everything entertainment. They work hard at helping fans like us discover tickets for live entertainment at a great price, providing hard-to-find authentic sports items and merchandise. And they offer Easter eggs that give fans additional opportunities to purchase unique items. Active and non-military members receive an additional discount on event tickets and fan merchandise items as a thank you for your service. Again, Gistix is founded by fans, and they listen to other fans to understand the importance of service, price, and quality across the board for entertainment, memorabilia, and merchandise. Check them out at Gistix.com, spelled Gistix.com. Again, Gistix.com. That's Gistix.com.
Hour number 2, baby. I mean, damn, this show goes by fast. Man. This show flies by, man. Thank you so much for joining me on the Doug Stewart Show. This is a Throwback Thursday. Once again, tomorrow we are doing a best of show, but still tune in. All right. Still show love to your boy. So we always trying to work with people. And, you know, I love the Stewies. I mean, y'all my peoples. Y'all my peoples. I mean, we kind of become like a family, man, in the chat room and, you know, over the last 12 months. So we kind of like family. And everybody always clamoring. We have a great time around here. I mean, I got to be honest with you. I mean, I'm not trying to toot my own horn or anything, but this is a fantastic show. I mean, seriously. Yeah, just ask somebody. They'll tell you. This is a fantastic show. So we want to do more than 2 hours. We've been trying to figure out a way to do a third hour, and we've come up with a way to do a third hour. That's right. The TDSS bonus hour, where all we do is read chat the entire hour long. Okay. There's a catch to it. Keep listening. And you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. During this hour, we will not promote any other businesses, okay? So we're going to run a spot, and if they have had one on any of the SME or TDSS show imaging for that hour during the breaks, we'll play commercials repeated over and over and over throughout that hour, okay, for that third hour. Who is a candidate for this third hour, this type of promotion? Events, if you're having an event. If you have a product, if you have a business or whatever. So it's a real kind of like centralized marketing type campaign thing for this third hour. Okay, so once again, I said it earlier, everybody wins. They win, we win with a little bit of Skrilla or something like that, a couple dollars. So it's great. Here's what you get. You get marquee billing, so to speak and think and talk about, you know, stew stuff, and we read a lot of your chat. It's a lot of stuff going on. Here's the thing about it. We need at least 3 days minimum to promote the business, to promote the business hour to the listeners so they can plan ahead to, you know, do what they do and stay tuned into the show. So if you want to get more information about sponsoring the third hour, this is genius. I don't know why we didn't think of this 8 months ago. If you like to get that third hour, and you love how we do it around here on the Doug Stewart Show, and you have a business, you know, and we can promote your business, have a third hour, so the listeners win, you win, we win here at SME. It's a win-win-win situation. Email your boy at Doug@thedougstewartshow.com, and we'll give you some pricing and tell you how it works and how it's going to go down. All right? 404-382-0338. You can also email me at Doug@thedougstewartshow.com. From my man Chucktown Frank. What up, Chucktown Frank? He says design flaw is something no engineering group wants to hear. Yes. And I'm a rambling wreck from Georgia Tech and a hell of an engineer. You ain't no damn engineer. You was a business major too. Maybe you were, Chucktown Frank. I'm just playing with you. From Clay Davis's Sheed Advisor. What about weight discrimination and they have to cut open the house to get your big ass out? Yeah. Now, I don't know how that whole thing works out if you would deem it so-and-so discrimination like I'm deeming it for Lamar Odom and him being a certain height and they can't get him on the damn helicopter. Clearly, if your ass is 500 pounds, you're going to have to take the Ambulam. And I did say Ambulam. It's a quick story behind that, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. I didn't say ambulance. I said ambulam. My JV coach, JV football coach, if you're from the great city of Moncks Corner, you remember the great Coach Watson. So Coach Watson was a high school football coach in my town for about 50 years, and about 30 years before he was allowed to come be a head coach at the high school today. What I mean by that is he actually coached my mom and them. He actually coached my mother and father and them when they were in high school, when it was called Berkeley Training at that point. It was Berkeley Training, and then there was Berkeley High School. You know the difference. Berkeley Training is where the black people could go, and Berkeley High School was where the white kids went. And at some point, they combined them. So Coach Watson was the coach, the head coach for the varsity team at Berkeley Training for like 20, 30 years. And then when the two schools finally merged, I guess in the 70s or something like that, maybe the late 60s, then he got the opportunity to coach the JV team. They wouldn't let him coach the varsity team. There's another long story behind that. And we had a great coach, I think. Coach Gerald Moody, God rest the dead. He's been gone for many, many years now. But so Coach Moody was the varsity head coach, and Coach Watson was the JV coach. And so Coach Watson, somebody had got hurt. He's an old dude. He's country from the South, from the Low Country, and so we got that little twang. We got that little accent. They call it geechiness or whatever. And one day on the practice field, man, a kid got hurt seriously. We thought it was like a neck injury. And Coach Watson, he just talked like this, says, "Go, call the ambulance! Call the ambulance!" Now, it was a serious situation. But don't you know, for our rest of our tenure there at Old Berkeley High School, whenever an ambulance passed by, we scream out, get the ambulance! Somebody call the ambulance! And Coach Watson, he's still kicking. He's still kicking, too. He got to be 95, 100 years old. Because when I was in high school, close to 30 years ago, he was already 70 at that point. So he's at least 115, 120 years old right now. More of your chat here. And you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. From One Chance, yep. Shouts out to Atlanta's own Maya Moore for winning her third WNBA title with the Minnesota Lynx. Ball award to her. From KC, 6'10", got feelings, but no ride in a helicopter. Yeah, exactly. From, who do we got here? There's so much great chat there. Thank you for all of the chat. I really do appreciate it. From Thorny Switch, you have to keep in mind the average height and weight of people. If you're too heavy/fat, you're SOL. Yeah, well, definitely there's an issue, and I just talked about that. There's definitely an issue if you're overweight and getting on a helicopter. I mean, you've seen movies before. You know how that works out. Too much excess weight. That's not a good thing. Wasn't that the way that Left Eye died? On that trip, she was in some island or something, the Bahamas or someplace like that, Jamaica, and it wasn't a helicopter. I think it was like one of those small, like little prop planes. But they overfilled the plane with luggage, and then So I understand the whole weight thing, but because you're too tall, that's a bad design. You need to get another damn helicopter. From who do we got here? From K3000. Tree, you are absolutely 100% correct. Seriously, think about it. He has been on the downside since his first crack episode 3 or 4 years ago. As reckless as his ass has been living and stalking her, any judge, would have given them a divorce as soon as possible. Huh. So what's Tree asserting here? That there's some type of conspiracy that the Kardashians held up the judge by their personal ties, telling the judge to hold it up so they could figure out a way to kill him, slip something in his drink? I'll buy that. Makes sense to me. I don't put anything past them folks, man. They all Hollywood and they all drama. Let's see. From the 47 Problem, WNBA had a championship game. Yeah, I kind of didn't realize it either until I read it this morning on puppetfactory.com. From, who do we got here? Let's see. From the 47 Problem, Jose Bautista threw that bat and looked up at his home run like a baller, like a boss. Absolutely a freaking boss. I loved it. But he's definitely going to get a fastball thrown in his ear, which is so silly to me. And you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. Man, you know how many fights I'd be in, man, if I played baseball and somebody hit me with a baseball on purpose because of something I didn't do to their liking? Whatever. And I'm going to call my brother out there and we're going to double team their ass. Give him the old 1-2. So silly. From K3000. Oh, this is from Tree. Tree's still chiming in on the chat. And you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. Where are we at? Oh, we a little bit behind. I tell you what, we get back from the break, man. I'm going to go ahead and talk a little bit about the college games this weekend I'm looking forward to, as well as we'll continue with the chat right here on the Throwback Thursday. some college football, and we'll talk some NFL. I'll tell you the 2 games I'm looking most forward to in the NFL and in college. More chat about the Falcons and the Saints. And that's how we'll do it. And I'll read more of this chat. This chat is very entertaining. Y'all, I mean, hell. I love y'all, man. Don't go away. This is the Doug Stewart Show.
This is your folk, Doug Stewart. Want to protect you and your family from life's unexpected mishaps? Then join 7. Join 7 is a prepaid legal company under the umbrella of the Protection Group. Join 7 is the only group benefit or motor club in the U.S. that offers auto reimbursement coverage, key replacement coverage, roadside assistance, gives you a current Medi-file, prescription savings, and fully encompassed prepaid legal benefits that include identity theft. They got your back. The average combined cost to purchase these benefits individually is over $850 a year. Join today and take advantage of all 7 for $17 a month. They've been around for over 20 years, so check them out by clicking on the banner link on my page, thedugstewartshow.com, or the app. Just go ahead and join 7. Do you have your own radio show? Are you an artist or a DJ? BB Mobile Apps is the solution for you. They specialize in creating mobile apps for entertainers. That's right. You can have your own mobile app where your followers can hear your shows or music, watch your videos, and view all your social networks in one place. You can even make money with banner ads and send push notifications directly to your audience to make sure they get your messages. Everyone has their phones on them, right? A mobile app will add credibility to your brand because your content will be accessible to them while they're on the go. BB Mobile Apps also makes apps for bloggers, actors, and producers. The process only takes about 20 minutes. Just go to bbmobileapps.com and click Get Started Now. That's bbmobileapps.com and tell them the Doug Stewart Show sent you.
We're back. Dogs and Poodles. It's Doug and Ryan Stewart of the 2 Live Stews.
Tune in to Talk Radio 640 WGST every Saturday morning at 11 a.m. to get all your college and pro football talk.
Special thanks to our sponsor, Bruce Hagen, Hagen-Law.com. Thanks, Bruce.
We're doing some huge things here on the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network, home of the Doug Stewart Show, and the biggest thing being broadcasting other shows. That's right, we're executive producing other shows and playing them on my network. You may have a fantastic show or podcast, but do you have listeners? We got listeners. Over 9,000 followers to the Doug Stewart Show on the Spreaker platform, as well as over 200,000 plus listens to the network itself. So here's what you do. Go to Fiverr.com, that's Fiverr.com, and search the Doug Stewart Show or Stewart Media and Entertainment and get all the details. Or just hit up the producer, Tree at TreeAtTheDougStewartShow.com. That's spelled T-R-E-I. Tree at TheDougStewartShow.com, and come and do business with us on the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network. Yes! If you're not stewing, what the hell are you doing? This is the Doug Stewart Show. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Shouts out to all of my peoples out there, man. Really do appreciate you tuning in to your boy. The number to the show is 404-382-0338. You can also email me at doug@thedugstewartshow.com. Thursday, man. Throwback Thursday. Last day of the week for me. I saw somebody mention that in the chat room. What about the Boiled Peanuts Award? We're going to suspend the Boiled Peanuts Award for this week until next week. So we'll have nominees from this week and this coming week on the Doug Stewart Show, okay? So that's how we're going to work that out. And we got some good nominees. But I think right now, in a runaway, is a freaking Kardashian family trying to set that man up for the fall. Been a lot of okie doke setting up this week, you know. Kardashians, I think they setting up my man L.O. The Atlanta police and the BET Awards conspired to put them cuffs on my man Scarface. I ain't like that at all. I didn't like that at all. So a lot of setting up been going on this week, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. So we'll tie that in next week on the show.
404-382-0338 is the number to the show. This is the Doug Stewart Show. A couple of games I'm looking forward to this weekend, man, the Funky Four. Let me give you the 2 college games that I'm looking most forward to. Obviously, there's one. I mentioned that one earlier, but the other game, and I'll get back to that first game in a second. But the other game I'm kind of looking forward to, and I know most of the country probably isn't, but I am because I kind of got like a vested interest in it. I'm looking forward to Boston College and Clemson. Wait a minute now. Wait a minute. Shut up, studio. Shut up. The reason why I'm looking forward to it is not because I'm a Boston College fan or anything like that. Obviously, from the great state of South Carolina, want to see the Clemson Tigers do well. Ranked number 5 in the country right now, AP. Undefeated. Have had a couple of good wins over the last couple of weekends. Beat Georgia Tech last weekend. Beat beat Notre Dame a couple of weeks ago. But I'm interested to see if they start and we got any more remnants of that whole Clemsoning thing. Dabo don't like to talk about it. He don't like to talk about it. But if you know anything about the Clemson Tigers and ACC football and you're a fan of ACC football and you live in this part of the country and you watch the Clemson Tigers over the last, 5 or 6 years, ever since when Bowden was there, whatever Bowden it was, Terry or Billy or whoever the hell Bowden it was, they always had these good little runs to start the season out, and then they lose to a freaking Duke, or they lose to Wake Forest, or they'll lose to Boston College. I'm hoping and I'm praying. Like my man the Bill on Saturday morning. Oh, hope and pray that I will. But today I am hoping Clemson wins. And I'm hoping Clemson can win this weekend, man, and don't have a letdown because of, this great start that they're on, man. But I tell you what, it's very, very scary. It's very, very scary. If you lose to Boston College, it's a wrap. You ain't in no contention for nothing. Hopefully they handle their business this weekend. It's in Death Valley. Let's go Clemson Tigers. And you pronounce it with a Z. Kind of like what I said earlier, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. If you're from New Orleans, or New Orleans, I don't know what the proper way is to say it. The people down there, they say Nawlins, all like one word, Nawlins. I promise you, that's what they say. Me and Ryan did we did our show down there for like 3 days when they had the Arena Championship. What's the team's name? The New Orleans Voodoo, I think that's the name of the team. And so they had their Super Bowl game, or the Arena Championship game down there in New Orleans. So we were down there one week, and we talked to a bunch of people from the city on the show, like, city officials and that type of thing. And one thing that the guy told us was, you pronounce it Nawlins, like it all runs together. Just like you say Nawlins, people from South Carolina, we don't say Clemson. We say Clemson, like with a Z. So there you have your little language arts lesson today on the Doug Stewart Show. And the other game I'm looking forward to, is a big one. Is Michigan State, number 7 team in the country, taking on the Michigan Wolverines, man. And Jim Harbaugh's guys are just playing phenomenal right now, man. Number 7 versus number 12. Jim Harbaugh coming in here in his first year. They got beat up in the first game against Utah, but we didn't realize that Utah was that good. Utah is in the top 10 as well. They're destroying folks. In Michigan, man, they've been playing great football. They have absolutely been playing great football, man, and they're at home. And in 1 year and a half a season, Harbaugh has done a magnificent job of coaching and brought like a swagger back to that Michigan team. They've given up 1 touchdown in the last couple of games. 1. And, this is a great story. It's a fantastic story. I don't know who I think clearly right now, I'm trying to think if I'm missing anybody. No, not Charlie Strong. He's definitely not in the conversation as far as Coach of the Year. Jim McElwain down at Florida is doing a fantastic job, but they got a little issue this week with their quarterback. Trayon Harris is going to be the starter now. So, yeah, it's between McElwain and Harbaugh. But, I mean, easily Harbaugh. That program was down for many years. Brady Hoke had ran it in the ground. And I guess they had pretty good players. Or, and I don't know to the degree you say they had good players or how much of this is all coaching. I mean, but it's just phenomenal. I mean, you look back at San Francisco, and San Francisco went to 2 NFC championships, went to 1 Super Bowl under Jim Harbaugh. Your man, Colin Kaepernick, looked like he was the blueprint. He was the future. And now, Kaepernick's struggling. The team is horrible. Half the damn team retired or quit. They didn't want to play for the 49ers so bad. So that whole organization is in disarray. And Harbaugh had them on the upswing. And now they absolutely suck. So the proof is in the pudding, man. If you ask me, the proof is in the pudding. Jim Harbaugh is a phenomenal coach. So he's there a couple of years and he can recruit his type of player. He's the guy that recruited Andrew Luck. You know what I'm saying? Or no, was he the one recruited? No, he didn't recruit Andrew Luck. Or did he? And you're listening to the Doug Schurz. I think maybe he did. Or maybe he was the coach after him. But brought great players to Stanford when he was a head coach at Stanford. Now you would think that you have a bigger budget and a bigger brand to promote your school that you're trying to recruit for. So he should get 4- and 5-star athletes in there at a premium. Take a lot of players away from Urban Meyer and Ohio State. Michigan's looking real good, man. That's one of the biggest stories in football this year is what Jim Harbaugh is doing. So I'm really looking forward to see what happens because at the start of the season, this was Michigan State's year. This is Mark D'Antonio's year to actually take that next step and vie for a national championship. They've been kind of struggling a little bit over the last couple of weeks. Not struggling. They've been winning all of the games. Obviously, they're still undefeated. But as far as who looks good by the eye test, it's definitely Michigan. So I'm looking forward to that. So there go your 2 biggest games. I'm looking forward to this weekend in the world of college football. When we get back from the break, what I'll do is I'll talk about the 2 games I'm looking forward to in the NFL. I'll read more of your chat as well. And that's what we call the Funky Four. Speaking of chat, my man Scotty in the chat room. What up, Scotty? He says the Kardashians are the devil. You're okay in the beginning, but that ish goes downhill quickly once they have no more use for you. Yeah. I mean, think about it. They turned one of the greatest athletes in the history of the world into a woman. It's hard to explain. It's hard to explain to people. I throw this term around a lot, but it's true. If you're under the age of 30, you don't understand how big of a deal that my man Bruce Jenner was. He was kind of a big deal. On the cover of Wheaties, he was kind of a big deal. And now the man was around so much foolishness, he decided he wanted to start wearing stilettos and dresses. And it's all because of the damn Kardashians. It's all their fault. It's all their fault. Now, maybe the man really wanted to be a woman, but I think he had a little bit of help just being around that circus as we know as the Kardashians. If he's happy being a woman, that's fine, for the record. Don't go call the darn newspaper on me. If the man want to be a woman, that's fine. If the man wants to be a woman, let him be a woman. Like we in the barbershop and Coming to America. If the man wants to wear stilettos and wear dresses and get his hair tied in a ponytail, let him do it. This is America. Don't go away, the Doug Schurz Show.
We're back. The Two Live Stews are back on air every Saturday morning at 11 a.m. on WGST. It's sports talk with hot sauce. Special thanks to our sponsor, Bruce Hagen, at Hagen-Law.com for making it happen.
640 WGST in Atlanta. Search 640 WGST on iHeartRadio worldwide.
Yes! In life, things happen, good and bad. And being prepared is always important. If you're like me, a husband, a father, and protector of that family tree, then your family is the most important thing in the world. 95 million U.S. adults don't have protection in place. So, what I've done is put my protection in the hands of the largest and number one independent financial services company in North America, and that's Primerica. They look out for middle America because they believe that offering the most competitive premiums only benefits the client and have been doing so since 1977. If you're a parent, husband, or wife and want to discuss options with one of Primerica's top reps, then call my guy, Greg Wynn, at 678-439-7172. Again, that's 678-439-7172, and he'll put your family first. And hey, tell him that Doug Stewart sent you. Yes! Do you have your own radio show? Are you an artist or a DJ? BB Mobile Apps is the solution for you. They specialize in creating mobile apps for entertainers. That's right. You can have your own mobile app where your followers can hear your shows or music, watch your videos, and view all your social networks in one place. You can even make money with banner ads and send push notifications directly to your audience to make sure they get your messages. Everyone has their phones on them, right? A mobile app will add credibility to your brand because your content will be accessible to them while they're on the go. BB Mobile Apps also makes apps for bloggers, actors, and producers. The process only takes about 20 minutes. Just go to bbmobileapps.com and click Get Started Now. That's bbmobileapps.com and tell them the Doug Stewart Show sent you.
National Debt Relief is one of the country's largest and most reputable debt settlement companies, made up of energetic individuals who are passionate about helping thousands of Americans with debt relief. Most importantly, we're all about helping our customers through a tough financial time in their lives with education and individual customer service. We're dedicated to helping individuals and families rid their lives of burdensome debt, specializing in debt settlement, and they've also negotiated settlements for thousands of creditor and collection accounts. Providing clients with both expertise and proven results, this means helping customers in time of hardship to get out of debt with the least possible cost. It can also mean conducting financial consultations, educating the customer, and recommending the appropriate solution. Core Services offer debt settlement as an alternative. I repeat, alternative to bankruptcy, credit counseling, and debt consolidation. National Debt Relief is your #1 advocate group to help you reestablish financial stability as quickly as possible. So give us a call at 844-828-4975. Again, that's 844-828-4975 and work it out.
Yeah. We in the house for the 93 shot. MC8, you know what I'm saying? Ain't no faking the phone. And ain't nothing but a Compton thing. And this
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
R.I.P. baby. Yeah. I like to say yeah. Welcome back to the Doug Stewart Show. Yes, sir. Make sure you tune in to the 2 Live Stews Saturday morning on 640 WGST, as well as on iHeartRadio. Ryan's been really feeling it the last couple of weeks, man. We'll see if this continues, if it kind of snowballs and gets even worse and worse, or better and better, depending on all, how you look at it. Some people love it when he just says all abstract, off-the-wall type stuff. So make sure you tune in to the 2 Live Stews Saturday morning on 640 WGST. Also, man, are you an entertainer, a DJ, have a podcast, and trying to reach new listeners? Or even, you don't even have to be an entertainer. Holla at my folks at BV Mobile Apps. They specialize in apps for entertainers. So maybe it's not even you. Maybe if you know somebody that should have an app presence in 2015, my folks at BV Apps Mobile apps does it better than just about anybody else, man. They can have you looking like the big boys. It doesn't cost as much as you think. Trust me on this. It doesn't cost as much as you think to develop an app, and it doesn't take as long as you think to develop an app as well. So check them out at that's B as in boy, V as in victory, bvmobileapps.com, and tell them that your boy Doug Stewart sent you. All right, before I jump back into this chat, man, a couple of games in the NFL this weekend. I'm doing a lot of this stuff today because tomorrow we will be doing a best of the Doug Stewart Show. Now, it's just that. It's the best of the Doug Stewart Show. So one of those days where you laughed extra hard. Now, you laugh every single day. You have a good time every single day. But some days, because of the stories and because of the content, you laugh a little bit more. So it's going to be the best of the Doug Stewart Show tomorrow. So still tune in. All right, this weekend in the NFL, man, outside of tonight where the Falcons take on the New Orleans Saints, couple games I'm looking forward to, man. Number one, the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Buffalo Bills, and lo and behold, your boy Andy Dalton, he doesn't suck as much as he used to suck. Yeah. I mean, he's off to the best start of his 5-year career. He's thrown for an average of 303 yards per game, 11 touchdowns, and only 2 picks, giving him 115.6 passer rating. That ranks 3rd in the NFL behind Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers. That's saying a lot. And you know me, I've railed on Andy Dalton many, many times over the years because for the most part he's been an underachiever based on where he was picked at, coming out of TCU, given a new big contract. I'm just like y'all. I thought the guy sucked, and he has sucked. But this year, he's done something different. He's figured out a lot of things. He's not turning the ball over, obviously, which has been a big problem, so kudos to him. Hey, listen, I keeps it real when I'm supposed to, but I also keep it real on the opposite side of my opinion as well. And thus far this year, Andy Dalton doesn't suck as much as he used to. As a matter of fact, a whole lot less. So, they're undefeated. They're one of the undefeated teams right now in the league, taking on the Buffalo Bills. Tyrod Taylor is the story. Bills, I believe, are 3-2 right now. Tyrod Taylor, once again, I love the fact that this guy has paid his dues, gotten his opportunity, and has looked fantastic. Now, they've come up short in a couple of games, as I mentioned, their record, but I'm happy. This guy looks like he's going to be a starter for the next couple of years, if not for the Bills, but for some team in the league. So, it's in Buffalo. One team's undefeated. One interesting story on Tyrod Taylor. Rex Ryan's always, in place to say something real crazy. So you got the Rex Ryan factor into it. The Bills' defense has been playing great this year for the most part as well. I'm looking forward to that game. And the other game I'm looking forward to, man, is the Carolina Panthers taking on the Seattle Seahawks. Carolina undefeated as well, man, this year. Cam Newton doing the damn thing, taking on the Seattle Seahawks, last year's Super Bowl runner-up, the winner of the Super Bowl a couple of years ago. We'll see what happens in this game, man. Tough loss last week for Seattle. Can they bounce back and get a win at home against the Carolina Panthers? Can't wait to see if Cam Newton continues the good run that he's had this year. They'll be on the Great Northwest, so that's one of the games that I'm also watching as well. They get Luke Kuechly back from the bye week, and so we'll see what the Carolina Panthers do. They got to keep pace with the Atlanta Falcons. It's actually a 2-team race in the NFC South for many, many years, or the last couple years, let me say that. And you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. For the last couple of years, it's been a lesser of evils as far as a team coming out of the NFC South. And this year is actually totally different. You got 2 teams that are undefeated in the division, so one's got to keep pace with the other. So there go your Funky 4, the 4 biggest games in football this weekend. Yes, sir. 404-382-0338. You can also email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. Let me read more of your chat here. In a second. Let's see. Got to pull back up here. It says, Texas tie. He says, we'll see. Hope it ain't a blowout. It's been the majority of the last several years. I don't know. Maybe Texas Ty is talking about the Texans. I'm not sure. From Harvey Scott, I feel bad for Lamar, but he brought all this excess drama on himself by even associating himself with those Kardashians. I agree 100%. Like I always wonder about that. A lot of times I think these things are arranged, for the mutual benefit of both people when you talk about these Hollywood relationships. But, I don't judge dudes, but Lamar Odom seems to be a cool dude. He's 6'10". He's one of those basketball ninjas, like Biggie said in I Got a Story to Tell. 6'10", has made millions and millions of dollars, won a couple of rings. Why would he even fool with Khloe Kardashian? Why would he even do that? There's like a gazillion fine-ass chicks in L.A. And forget L.A., okay? You got the creme de la creme there. But the man is a basketball player, has been for over a decade. He travels around from city to city to city. You mean to tell me you couldn't find one fine, wholesome chick with less of a forehead, maybe not a forehead, but a 3-head than Kim Kardashian or Khloe Kardashian? Why would you even waste your time? I don't get it, man. Why? Why would you even be hanging around in her circles to even meet her? You're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. From Max Jones III, Khloe doesn't love him. No real grown-ass woman with an ounce of compassion would put this on a reality show. If it was me and I woke up to that circus with my kids, oh, Lord, I'm whipping everybody's ass. Chris and Caitlin, too, for not raising better kids. Yeah, I agree. The whole thing is just real sad. And they around there with cameras. And Tree said something to me during one of the breaks that, and I think maybe I even mentioned it as well, you best believe he signed some type of waiver, the very first time that they put his ass on camera on that reality show, he had signed some type of waiver giving him all rights to do it. So technically, I guess they can't do anything. When I say they, I'm talking about his family because he agreed to this. But right is right, man. Right is right, wrong is wrong. Be real. Have some compassion. Golly, the man supposedly let y'all tell it is on his deathbed, and y'all up there filming it for your damn TV show? Have some respect. Wearing black like the man already dead? From One Chance, says Doug, going to call Ryan and give him the old 1-2. Like when they almost had to snuff Dwight Howard's non-helicopter fitting self when they were on the plane ride back from the puppet factory. Yeah, well, actually, I didn't think that we were in a situation where we were going to have to put the old 1-2 on Dwight Howard. We were very, very close to giving your boy Paul Pierce the old 1-2. Punk-ass Paul Pierce. We were almost going to have to give him the old 1-2 in Vegas. Yeah, I told that story many a times. Just a quick recap for new listeners, and we do have new listeners. We played a celebrity, quote-unquote celebrity pool tournament in Las Vegas at the All-Star Game. Probably been about 10 years now. And Paul Pierce had a real attitude and talked to us like like any old kind of way. Not understanding fully that we weren't regular radio media guys, that we would whoop his ass. And so we got mouthing back and forth to each other. We whooped up on his team. Actually, me and my brother won the tournament. All these so-called hustlers, these two little country boys from the low country of South Carolina, we push a good stick. And we won the damn tournament and some nice prizes. And, yeah, we almost had to take it to Paul Pierce punk ass. And we didn't have to do it, though. We ain't your average radio dudes, man. We didn't do this. We just started doing this. We got all types of tag team moves worked out between ourselves that we perfected in our garage back in 79, 80. Yeah. I don't think that we even had to get like that with Dwight. He ain't won nothing. Dwight didn't won nothing. Paul Pierce, because we was in Vegas and I guess we was on his part of the country, you know, and he's affiliated with them gang members or whatever. He thought that he could just talk this any old kind of way. No, man. No, hell to the no. Hadn't been a fan since. Wasn't a fan before, but definitely not a fan now. All right, golly, the fastest 2 hours in sports and entertainment. When we get back, man, we'll read more of your chat, wrap up today's show. Don't go away. This is The Doug Stewart Show.
Your season-long fantasy football lineup is locked in and ready for action, but you don't have to wait until Week 16 to get paid. Put your fantasy skills to the test starting Sunday at DraftKings.com, America's favorite one-week fantasy football site, where you could kick the season off by winning $2 million. It's the biggest fantasy football contest ever. $10 million in prizes are up for grabs, including $2 million for first place and $1 million for second. 1 week fantasy means no season-long commitments. It's fantasy football on demand. Play where you want, when you want, with the players you want, and turn your love of football into a life-changing payday. Just pick your players, pile up the points, and pick up your cash. That's it. You've never experienced football like this. This isn't fantasy as usual. This is DraftKings. Welcome to the big time. Hurry to DraftKings.com now and use promo code Spreaker to play for free for a shot at part of $10 million in Sunday's Millionaire Maker event. Enter Spreaker for free entry now, only at DraftKings.com. That's DraftKings.com.
The best of the Doug Stewart Show.
To give you the history on this Doug Stewart and Tree Taylor battle in Trivia Crack. We just started playing last week. We played 3 games. I won the first one in handily fashion. And then Tree has come along to beat me 2 times in a row. All right, now I blame Trivia Crack for asking me dumbass questions about romance comedies from the 1980s. That's who I blame. But she's won, and I got to give her credit. What? I knew you were going to jump.
Like, when you talk about women, Tree has come along.
It ain't got nothing to do with you being a woman.
I showed up.
Oh, wait, did you just, what? Oh, my gosh. Did she just call me the N-word? Oh, damn. We made Doug Stewart's show history just now. As many times as I've almost uttered that term, you did it! And we don't have 7-second delay.
I'm fired.
You getting the BPA. You nominated for a Boiled Penis Award.
No.
Yes, you are. The first time in the Doug Stewart Show history, someone utters the N-word.
I'm sick of you.
You're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. Good thing we, on radio, traditional radio, the FCC be beating down my damn door right now. They're already looking for a reason to try to put me out of business. And you come up with this. Golly, True. You're better than that.
That girl is poison. You never trust a big button to smile.
From sporting events, concerts, and plays, Gistix has the best tickets for them all. The owner, a veteran and military spouse, founded the company set on delivering affordable prices for all the top events. Also, they sell 100% authentic signed memorabilia and quality fan merchandise. It's a one-stop shop for fans. Gistix was founded in 2014 by 4 fun people with military and DoD backgrounds that are fans of everything entertainment. They work hard at helping fans like us discover tickets for live entertainment at a great price, providing hard-to-find authentic sports items and merchandise. And they offer Easter eggs that give fans additional opportunities to purchase unique items. Active and non-military members receive an additional discount on event tickets and fan merchandise items as a thank you for your service. Again, Gistix is founded by fans, and they listen to other fans to understand the importance of service, price, and quality across the board for entertainment, memorabilia, and merchandise. Check them out at Gistix.com, spelled Jistix.com. Again, Gistix.com. That's Gistix.com.
Yes, sir. Welcome back to the Doug Stewart Show. Okay, once again, from what I understand, there's an issue with the audio, with the music whenever we come back from breaks. We apologize, but bear with us. We're in an unfamiliar studio here. I'm actually running the board today. So we apologize, man, but it'll be straight. If you're new to the Doug Stewart Show, this isn't something that occurs daily. Once again, we're in an unfamiliar studio, so the settings and on the mixing board or whatever, something's out of whack, but it's all good from what I understand outside of that. Thank you so much for joining your boy, man. You've heard the new commercial, man. We got a new sponsor, Gistics. That's right, some great people. Write down the web address if you need tickets, especially if you're a former military member. You can get discounts for being, part of our military, just kind of like a thank you. Check them out at Gistix.com. That's Gistix.com. All right, Gistix.com. And make sure and tell them the Doug Stewart Show sent you. Also, this segment is brought to you by my folks at Strickland Security. You've seen the reports, man, on the news. If you live here in Metro Atlanta, these young people, they wilding out, man. I'm saying young people like it's only young people, but them in particular, man, they're bold. They're brazen, kicking doors in and whatnot, man. You got to protect your house. You got to protect your family, your kids when you're not there, when you're away, when you're asleep. And you need to have a great alarm system to do it. Holla at my folks at StricklandSecurity.com. That's StricklandSecurity.com. They have over 55 years experience in the business. They can give you a basic alarm system. They can fix yours, or they can give you the big boy alarm system. So check them out online at StricklandSecurity.com and tell them Doug Stewart sent you, okay? Appreciate that. Let me read some more chat before I get out of here. Thank you for the chat. We're doing some new things, man, some new promotions. We've rolled out a couple of new promotions this week. Today I talked about how you can sponsor the third hour for a very, very low price. Get some good quality in it. Everybody wins. You as a company win. The listeners win. I win. Stewart Media and Entertainment win. So check us out. Email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com, and I'll give you more details, as well as we rolled out the infomercial/show here on the network, where you actually have a 1-hour infomercial interview type show talking about your business, your product, your event, whatever that may be, anything you want to talk about, and you can reach our close to 10,000 followers here on the network, right here on Stewart Media and Entertainment Network. So email your boys for details on all of that stuff. From Lamont Hart, he says, I'm not sure if Hugh recruited Carson. From Kim Jane, she says, damn, Doug, the stick. Oh, I know what earlier I talked about me and Ryan push a good stick. Okay. Now, I can't speak for Ryan, but I do push a good stick in that manner, too. Yes, sir. I do. I was talking about pool, though, Kim Jane. See where your mind at? I was talking about pool. Push a good stick is meaning that, a pool stick, you play pool good. At least that's what they say in the country. That's the old man say. I push a good stick. Maybe the old man was talking about the other stick, too. All right, so I push 2 good sticks. From KC, and those Kardashians suck a good stick. What? Wait a minute. The Kardashians suck a good. I can't even say that on radio. I guess I can technically, but from that ninja, Alonzo Mourning never invited the Stews back after they won the tournament. He's exactly right, man. Now, let me say this in his behalf. All right, so let me explain the story to you, what he's talking about. I talked about how me and Ryan won this pool tournament in Vegas when the All-Star game was in Vegas. We won the whole damn tournament. It was all these celebrity players, these teams or whatever, and it was a team thing. And so me and Ryan were a team, like Ludacris and Shaka Zulu, who's his producer or his agent, was a team. We beat them in the finals. And then it was Paul Pierce, Dwayne Wade. Who else was in it? Regina King was in it. Who else was in it? What's her face? Queen Latifah was actually hosting. Her and her girlfriend. I think she was actually hosting with her girlfriend. And so we won the whole damn thing. Now, we have never been invited back out to this event again to defend our title. I think part of the reason is because we haven't been affiliated with a radio station that would send us out there. I think they knew we were coming out there. That's when we were, high, living high out in the hog. It was sugar falling from the sky. We were on First Take. We were syndicated nationally. So they kind of knew about us, and they knew we were going to be out there for the All-Star game, and so they invited us to play in the tournament. Now, I would think that you would want to invite the guys that won the damn title to defend their title. But that hadn't happened. And the other part of that story is we won these real nice prizes, okay? And I've talked about it before. We actually each – I'm scared to even tell you how much the damn watches cost because then y'all probably come try to kick my damn door in. Well, I can tell you this right now. The watch – I don't even have the watch in my damn house. If you did happen to know where I live, I don't even have the watch in my house, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. The watch is in a safety deposit box in the bank. Okay, but we won these watches, man, valued that sold at that time for like $11,000 each. Yeah. So we had won that. We also won these trips. So what we figured is that, this whole thing was a promotion. So the winner was a real quote celebrity. I guess technically, we're B, C-list celebrities. So they had some A-list celebrities there that if they won this pool tournament, they would promote and talk about and kind of be like a silent promoter of these products that they were giving away. It was like an endorsement type thing. And, we just took our watches and ran. Yeah, we couldn't really add value in talking about it or having it being shown at an award show or on the bench or something of a game in an NBA game. So I think that was the plan, and it didn't work out for them. So they probably ain't never going to invite a ninja back to another pool tournament. And that's fine. We got them damn watches. We're going to keep them watches in my family for the rest of history. I mean, my great-great-great-great-grandkid's going to wear that damn watch. I mean, the watch has got like all of these diamonds on the bezel. It's got like a couple of little pieces inside of it. I mean, it's beautiful. It comes in one of those big-ass boxes. It's a real nice watch. Once again, it's not in my house, so don't come looking for it. It's in the bank. And it didn't work out, and they didn't invite us back again. And that is kind of bootleg now that I think about it. Thank you, that ninja, for having concern about your boys, because that was wrong how they did us. That was totally wrong. That was totally wrong. As a matter of fact, now that I think about it, man, it kind of puts a damper on today's show. So let's go ahead and shut it down now. I mean, everybody should be able to defend their title. Everybody. And they're not allowing the Stews to do that. Let the Stews defend their title. Let the Stews defend their title. Let the Stews defend their title. Pray for LO. And last but not least, free the kitty. All right, so I'm not sure if the music is still screwing up right now, so I'm going to go ahead and cut this short, man. Thank you to everybody that tuned in to the show today. Thank you. Thank you very much. We really do appreciate it, man. We'll do it again, once again, tomorrow. It's a best of show. Back live on Monday. Everything's going to be fine. We'll be back in our studio. Don't worry, it'll be all good, all right? Y'all be careful out there this weekend. Make sure you listen to the Stews on Saturday morning, 11 a.m. on 640 WGST. Peace.